Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Robbie J, host of the Rumboyz Fantasy Sports Network. I'm here with my co-host TyBerg, aka TyBoogie.
What up? What up?
Cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do? Dilly.
Hell yeah.
So, really quick, just for starters, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. The channel growth has been crazy. It's been impressive over the last couple of days, over the last couple of weeks. I feel like last week we were just announcing 300 subscribers, and next week we're talking about 400. You know, like we're already going on to the next milestone.
People are interested, yeah.
Most certainly interested. A couple announcements before I dive into some shout outs. Website is under construction. All of my colleagues and members of the independent media, photographers, journalists, so on and so forth. If you're looking to either write or take photos for the Rumboyz Fantasy Sports Network, feel free to slide into the DMs at Rumboyz, spelled with a Z, N-E-T. Okay, on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. The website will be concluded and wrapped up very shortly. Follow us on all social media for that update. Wanted to get into some shout outs really quick. First off, I wanted to shout out the homie Thunder Guardian, one of our newest subscribers. He actually kind of like, Thunder Guardian. He actually runs like kind of like a gaming channel. He actually reached out to us because he noticed some of the things that we were doing marketing wise, and he was like, man, like I really need some advice, I really need some help. And I dropped him some advice, I dropped him some help. So I'm also shouting you out, Thunder Guardian, on YouTube so that you can get some more subscribers, some more viewers, because, well, you're part of the community now. Welcome to the Rumboyz. Dilly, salute to you. Also got to shout out Thrive Fantasy app. Thrive Fantasy app, deposit 10. We gonna hook you up with another 10 from who?
The Rumboyz.
The Rumboyz. And then also gotta mention Crown Sports Brand. They're actually doing another sweepstakes update on the bats that we're trying to
I'm gonna win that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna win that. I'll be back.
Yeah, so Instagram sweepstakes. Check out Crown Sports Brand on Instagram. In the description section, we'll drop their Instagram so that you can go ahead and give it a follow. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, TyBoogie, Robbie J, NFL action. It was crazy. This past championship weekend, Rams, Saints. Crazy.
Not what I expected, obviously. Not what a lot of people expected, I'm assuming. And cheers to the Rams.
Cheers to the Rams.
Cheers to the Rams.
Yeah, Rams advancing to the Super Bowl. Let's go ahead. So just want to let everybody know that this game did go into overtime. Both games did go into overtime. First time that's happened ever in championship Super Bowl era history. But with this game, 26-23, the Rams advancing to the Super Bowl. Sean McVay, gotta shout out Sean McVay. I mean, previous, Redskins coordinator, OC.
He's where he belongs.
He's where he belongs. Big city of dreams, LA, Hollywood.
He's got it right. He's got the team around him. They believe in him, and I mean, clearly he's doing the right things with them.
What was the stat line looking like, Ty? I know that you had some. Just
wanted to shout out. Obviously, go over Breeze versus Goff. That was kind of the big thing going in. Will Drew Brees absolutely outdo him?
Old school, new school, yeah.
And he didn't. Jared Goff threw almost 300 yards, 297, touchdown and interception. Drew Brees did only throw about 250, 249. 2 touchdowns, but did have the huge interception in overtime. And that's half of it, So not looking too big from Drew Brees. Could have held it for the boys, but
Michael Thomas 36 yards.
I was gonna say that was kind of the big thing. The Saints receiving core.
Can't guard Mike.
Michael Thomas, 36 yards is not
unacceptable.
Is not okay for a number one receiver like him. Kamara actually led that team in receiving.
Right.
I mean, he was catching almost everything out of the backfield, getting
96 yards.
5, 10, 15 back and forth. But, yeah, almost putting up 100 yards out of the backfield. So, I mean, not that that's not a good thing, but you can't win if your starting receivers are putting up less than your starting running backs at receiving.
Funny storyline kind of behind that game. As you guys, kind of see, this hit right here. This hit right here was really major. This determined
the end of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they went to OT.
Exactly. As you guys take a look and as you guys see, I mean, this is clearly got to be pass interference. I know that Michael Thomas went on Twitter and
a lot of people,
a lot of people underneath, what was it, articles or Rule 17 article something in the rule book. Whatever the case may be.
Roger Goodell can switch it up.
Yeah, Roger Goodell can kind of switch the outcome of the game and flex his powers. I'll get into that a little bit later at the end of the show. You guys know why. But I mean,
regardless, I mean, it was just.
Why is the rum always going early?
You can't call why the rum is gone early. That's later.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be later. But
regardless, it was a controversial call. I mean, for sure, if this gets called as a pass interference call, the Saints have the ball with a minute left inside the 10. Can probably knee it. I mean,
it's definitely one of those calls that I mean determines the outcome of the game.
Kick a field goal and they're going home.
Yeah,
not at home, but
it's definitely one of those calls that determines the outcome of the game. At first, when I saw it, there was no call. This may make me a little unpopular out there in the social media world as an analyst. Just myself. This isn't a representation of both cast members. Just mainly myself.
What are you about to get us into?
What I'm about to say is that I personally feel is that when I first saw it, I was like, oh, okay, I see why there was no flag thrown. But then after the replay,
that's a flag.
And then I saw that angle by the pylon. That's when I was like, "Oh wait, no!
Dude, there's multiple
flags
man? On that. If it's not pass interference, that's helmet to helmet contact.
Helmet to helmet. The helmet to helmet is the one that I had the issue with.
I mean, there's plenty of different reasons to call a flag there. How did nobody say? And there was 2 referees. If you watch one of the replays, there are 2 referees with clear views and right there. Somebody's got to see that. Somebody's got to see it.
Is this a perfect time right now on air where we kind of discuss if you guys as fans let us know if you would discuss a difference in the overtime rules? Me personally, I feel that the overtime rules should change. Both teams should get a possession. Okay, in the event of a call like that, we need to find a way that both teams can sort of break even, especially in this day and age.
I mean, but they fixed it.
They didn't fix it.
A while ago, it was just the first team could walk down the field, get to the 35, 40, and kick a field goal, and we're all going home.
So you're okay with the first team? You're okay with the other team not getting it? They have to
score a touchdown. They have to score a touchdown on the opening drive.
So you're okay with sudden death right there, right then and there, right there at that point?
If you give up the touchdown, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Both teams... Ladies and gentlemen, if you're following us on Spotify, if you're just now joining us, now jumping in.
I agree. I would like to see both sides get a chance to get the ball. But if that defense is just going to let up a touchdown...
That's all I wanted you to say.
I mean, if they let up a field goal, at least, the other team gets a chance to go get the W. If you give up a touchdown on defense, I mean, you lost. That's it. Buckle down one possession.
I feel yes, the competition committee, even the competition committee, even led with Sean Payton, should have the ability to, at the point, or at least a commissioner live in New York should be able to make the case to call in on the field and maybe review that decision and say, hey, no, that was PI. It is what it is. I'm flexing my voice.
I agree with that. I don't agree with your overtime change. I agree with that.
And even in OT, both teams should get the ball.
You just lost that one. Next, AFC game.
Moving forward into our AFC Championship game. Once again, another game that went into OT that enforces the reason why. I mean, both of these games for the first time in history, 2 championship games that went into OT. Another reason why.
The rum is gone. That shit's stressful.
That was perfect. Yeah, that is stressful. That is stressful, especially from a betting standpoint.
I don't even like those teams. I was stressed out.
Pats 37, Kansas City Chiefs falling short 31. Mahomes didn't get the ball last. A laser was shining Brady's face.
He didn't even get to try it.
A laser was shining Brady's face. You're right. No, he didn't get to try. Yeah, no, it was sad. It was sad all the way.
Mahomes definitely outdid him, though. Mahomes threw 3 tutties. 3 touchdowns. Brady threw 2 picks and 1 touchdown. I mean, Brady outdid the yardage by like 50. But Mahomes, for a young quarterback, looked... Aside from a W.
Mahomes, when he plays quarterback, looks like the guy that you wish that you had when you were playing Madden. Like he's like a creative player.
Yeah, I mean, kind
he's
of.
like a creative player.
Yeah,
Mahomes is a creative player.
Yeah.
Stat line is out of this world.
He's like your my player if you play on rookie. Basically.
I want to shout out Sony Michel. 113 yards, 2 tutties.
Running all over that D.
All over. A Georgia boy. A Georgia boy. And he's going to be going up against another Georgia boy on the other side of the field.
Him and Gurley.
Him and Gurley. Once again, check out Thrive Fantasy app because there's going to be some props on there. # prop up. Shout out to Orlando.
So
Pro Bowl special this Saturday.
That game, though, also did come down to the same situation where the Chiefs had it in the bag, actually. A game-winning interception, but was called back by D. Ford.
D. Ford, you can check this out.
Being off, yeah, check it out. But
lining up 6 inches over the line of scrimmage.
They had the W. It hit Gronk right in the face, right in D. Ford's hands, and just didn't
very bad lineup there, D. I'm sorry, D.
Had to mention it, of course. Chiefs fans, I'm sorry. That's I was rooting for you. It's a tough loss. So
taking a look, we want to dive into. It's almost into March Madness. Okay, not the future song, the real sports, NCAA men's basketball, bracketology. It's your boy Robbie J. I got you all covered. Check this out. I just wanted to go over some teams that are really on the come up and that you really need to watch. Tennessee taking over number 1. Okay,
big moves.
Tennessee sitting at number 1 currently. It's only the second time in school history that they've gotten together at that number 1 spot. We're not going to, of course, go this whole segment and not talk about Duke, R.J. Barrett, Zion Williamson, Coach K. There's not enough that we can't say about the Duke program. Gentlemen, continue using that link, extending the court, making plays. Shout out to the Duke. Playing together. Speaking of playing together,
I was going to say.
Yeah, speaking of playing together, a team that plays together, a team that their defensively, I worry about these guys, not as much as I worry about another team that I'm going to mention in this segment, but Virginia. Even though in football, I'm a Virginia Tech Hokies, fan in college.
Basketball.
But with basketball, gotta shout out
they work
the
as a
Cavaliers.
Team. They're good. I mean, they're here to play. They're here to get the W's.
Exactly. I had the Cavaliers as my lock in the last year. Don't be surprised for some of you guys out there maybe looking at Virginia right now in a similar position, possibly to redeem themselves. Gonzaga.
They've been there the last couple years. I mean, they've been nice.
You already know.
They're good this year.
You already know. And if you're a college basketball fan and if you're not looking at this program from an analysis standpoint, from a betting standpoint, as you're starting to already early set up your bracket,
you're doing the wrong stuff.
Why is the rum always gone, my guy? Why is the rum always gone when it comes to stuff like this? Gonzaga, a school to watch out for. Gotta mention Michigan, okay? Chris Webber territory, for a little bit of history, for a little bit of you guys, historic guys and gals out there.
Way back.
Yeah, way back. They're coming back. They're a very good defensive team. I like what they do defensively. That's how they're up there.
Fab Five?
Yep, that's how they're up there in that top 5. That's how they're up there in that top 5 right now. Currently.
Whatever, yeah.
Of course, got to talk about UNC. They're always a dark horse. I don't see them. I see them Elite 8. I'm not sure.
They've all been here. They're all here waiting for March. They're waiting for March.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we already know what they do defensively on the boards. Completely blew out VT two nights ago, something like that. Now, here's what I've really been wanting to touch on in this segment when we talk about college basketball. I want to really hear you guys' voices. A defensive team that I feel is a staple. They could be a bracket buster. I'm calling it as an early bracket buster. They've been in the competition the last couple of years. Iowa State. If you guys aren't looking at Iowa State right now, defensively, watch what them boys do. They could mess up a couple of your brackets. Look for Iowa State to maybe make an advance, at least into the Sweet 16, as we get ready into March. And before we exit and close this segment, I do want to mention Kansas. Kansas, another team to watch out for offensively because of what they do from the perimeter. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's why Robbie runs your college hoops.
College hoops. It's your boy Robbie J. I got your take heading into March Madness and bracketology.
Cheers to that, my man.
Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do?
Of course. Last thing we had to mention, of course, I mean, again, MLB, not a whole lot going on, but did just want to mention and shout out all of our Hall of Famers that, made it to the Hall of Fame. Especially our man, the Yankees man, but everyone's man, the Sandman, Mr. Mariano Rivera, becoming the first player to become unanimously decided as a Hall of Famer. So,
funny story about.
I mean, there's no way he doesn't deserve it, though. I mean, he's the best closer in history. I mean, again, you see that stat of more people have walked on the moon than have scored runs against him in the postseason. That's ridiculous.
If you guys did not see that, I can't remember exactly which one of us. One of us had posted it on the business page. That's actually a real stat. 12,
No, it is.
Yeah.
He's got a .7 ERA in the postseason in history, over 90 appearances. That's
amazing.
The Sandman, baby.
Funny story about Mariano Rivera. My dad had actually, as a kid, my dad had got me an autograph on a Don Shula's restaurant napkin from Mariano Rivera.
You lying?
I'm not. Well, I'll bring it on set one day. Have my mom bring it out.
Put it on the table.
Oh yeah,
put it on the table, son.
But my dad had met Mariano Rivera at one of Don Shula's restaurants. And gotten an autograph on a napkin. He didn't have a ball on him at the time.
Why would you?
Yeah, but shout out to Pops. Thank you for that memory. I'm happy that he's a unanimous vote in this Hall of Fame.
He deserves it
year.
for sure.
Definitely deserves it. Made a kid like me very happy.
I mean, honestly, we could probably talk for hours about him, but Roy Halladay, also starting pitcher, going in. 2 Cy Youngs. I mean, 200 wins over that. So. As well, Mike Mussina, same idea, 270 W's though, almost 3,000 strikeouts. And then, honestly, one thing I know we did just briefly want to touch on, Edgar Martinez got in as a designated hitter.
Ty, I've been waiting.
You know what, this might be why my rum is gone this week. You bringing this up right here, right now. Not really, but you know what?
This can't be.
Designated hitters cannot be Hall of Fame. Not that they can't be Hall of Famers, but you got to play some kind of field. You got to play some position. Let me see some work.
Listen, the man had an injury in which prevented him from being in the field. So with that also being said, as a designated hitter, you do deserve these rights, Edgar Martinez. With that being said, as a designated hitter, you do make a difference in this game that we call baseball. The America's pastime that we call baseball. Edgar Martinez, designated hitters, you deserve rights.
Regardless, man,
make a difference.
Congrats. Always good to hear, as a designated hitter to get in.
Let us know what you guys think.
I mean, he deserves it, man. He got 2 batting titles without touching the field. So, good man.
Let us know what you guys think in the comment section about that one, about DHs being in the Hall of Fame, even about closers, because there was even some
closers deserve. I mean, Mariano's a closer.
Yeah, but there was even some people that were like, "Well, do closers really deserve it?" I mean,
yes, that's
so. Let us know about both of those positions.
Huge position.
Closers
designated
and
hitters
DHs.
Not even in the NL.
Why do you do this?
Whatever, dude. Whatever. Anyways. Next
DH
week. Why the rum is gone?
Oh wait, did you want to, before we go into why the rum is always gone, Clemens and Bonds?
We'll just mention they haven't made it. I mean, they've been rising up, but haven't really hit that spot to get it. Again, that steroid era is really knocking them. To say the least. So
there's a lot of
Bonds as the home run leader in the MLB. I mean, his name is forever in those record books. I think you deserve it if your name's in the record books, but I mean, I see why he's not. Again, as a Cubs fan, Sammy Sosa, same idea, but I mean, I think if you're in the record books and they put you in the record books, you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
I grew up watching Sammy Sosa as an Orioles fan. I would love to see him, HOF. Also with that said, I feel like these guys deserve it. I know that on Twitter we have a lot of Hall of Fame, journalists and, voters and so on that follow us actually. And I know that we are on the come up, but if I could use our platform for anything right now, with having those type of follows, and if you guys are watching this video and listening, just please, maybe give those guys some type of consideration, some type of chance. I feel like it's kind of our time to where we look past it and we use our platform to where I think those guys could.
I agree. Again, if they're in the record books like that, I mean, I don't see why they shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, people are just going to wonder why they're there and not there. And I mean, it's just going to be a tarnish the rest of their career. They already know what they did wrong.
Yeah.
Just let it happen. So.
Yeah. Speaking of Twitter, shout out to all of our 1,000 followers. I forgot to mention that earlier. We reached 1,000 followers on Twitter.
I got to get a Twitter.
Yeah. TyBerg's Twitter is going to be coming, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not getting a Twitter until the people speak and make me get a Twitter. So let's leave it at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section,
never mind. We'll
in the comment section,
why the rum is always gone. Why the rum is always gone. You already know.
Is that he has to get a Twitter? Go ahead. What's your reason why? Ty?
You're BS trying to get me to get a Twitter.
The fans are going to speak on it regardless.
No,
you just said it.
They know. There's no reason for social media.
You said
they
it
already
on
seen
air.
it on here enough. It's cool. It's whatever. So, goddamn, whatever. My reason the rum is always gone is Cody Parkey still. No, not really, but honestly, it is.
You can't do that.
I mean, it is, man. It hurts. It hurts to watch any type of football.
Not the potentiality of the White Sox getting Machado.
I did that last week. You know that still hurts. That's inside of me. I'm just waiting for it. That Machado's gonna sign there and Bryce Harper's not gonna sign with his best friend.
The Bulls gotta win.
I hope the Bulls lose. Tank for Zion.
And he didn't admit it last episode, but he does it this episode.
Shit, man. Just do yours. Let's go.
To answer your question, my reason why the rum is always gone is New Orleans Saints fans. Please.
Petty.
I don't want to label it that, but I mean,
I will.
Ladies and gentlemen, please get over it. Let it go. It is done. I understand. I heard you guys are filing a petition.
Get over it, bro. You still complaining about Alex Smith?
I am. And there's worse things that have happened in sports. Let it go. It's okay.
Don't look at me. I'm done. That was the end of it.
My reason why the rum is always gone is how you guys have acted over that pass interference call that was blown. We all know it was blown. We all know that you should be in the Super Bowl. We all know that you got robbed. Let it go. Let it be. Be happy. Be merry. Drink a little bit more rum down there in the bayou. Robbie loves you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
You better not show that.
Oh, that's definitely going in there.
Oh my god.
I hope I piss off every Saints fucking fan. Do you still live in Louisiana, my producers?